One. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 4 of the Simple Meal Prep Show. And we've got what I think is going to be a really good one this week. We have teriyaki chicken stir fry bowls that we're doing in the Instapot, or at least some of us are. Who knows? Others may be doing other things. This meal is something that you can serve in a variety of different ways. So if you're going to be putting them into individual meal prep containers, you could do them with rice, you could do them with cauliflower rice, you could do them with pasta. You could do them with what I'm going to test out later this week, the high protein pasta, but I'm going to test this first. So in our co-prepping sessions that we do in the meal prep community, some people will try new things. That's what I'm going to do here. So I'll cook it, I'll taste it, see if we like it, and then I'm going to throw some in the freezer and see if it is freezer ready like it says it is. And if it works, this is a really good way for me to cut down on some of the carbs, add protein to my meal. So I'm very excited. This is the Barilla brand, and I'm hoping it works well. I've heard good things. A lot of people just do rice, but you could do a number of different things to make this meal be just a little bit different. You could also put in a host of different vegetables. We're having a discussion right now as to whether or not onions belong. Mike is definitely pro-onion, and is that what it was? No, Mike is anti-onion.
No.
Faith and I are onion people. All right. I'm going to do one other thing real quick off camera and turn that light on. Okay. Oops, somebody's trying to join us. Hold on. Oh, Marianne. All right. We'll let that
Oh,
happen.
look, a waiting room.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I was actually going to put onions in my rice, because I couldn't remember how to do rice in the Instant Pot, so I put it through chat on my way from the grocery store. And then chat gave me some fancy kinds of ways to do rice, not just with bone broth, but also saute up some onions and garlic and salt and something else, and then add the rice and the water and the bone broth and whatever else is going in there. So I'm going to try that in my rice today and see if that gives a little different flair.
I heard a horn going off. Is that one of you, or is that a car at my house?
That sounds like a you thing.
Not me.
My Zoom.
I think that's the car in the garage going off. Let me go.
It's your car.
Somebody sat on the remote.
This is what you get with live recordings.
Mike, can you tell us what kind of microgreens you're going to add to, or you can add to chicken teriyaki?
Whatever. What I like the best is like broccoli, cabbage, kale, and we're gonna throw a little bit of leeks in there too. So that's
Okay.
my onion that I'm putting in there is the leek. I like the leeks. I don't like the onions. It's just the texture thing for me. But the onions of the microgreens of the leeks is what I do for substituting of onions.
Okay. And for those of you who are not British and have never heard of a leek, because I grew up in the Midwest and we did not, that is not what leek meant. So
I've heard of a leak. I've taken a few.
yeah, leek is a very small onion.
Yep. This is. I'll try the one in the corner with the little black dots on it. That is the leeks of microgreens.
Oh, nice.
And then the other is broccoli, kale, cabbage.
Okay. And so thank you so much to our lovely model, Vanna,
Yes.
aka Jessica.
That is a double batch.
All right, so what we're doing right now, or at least what I'm doing right now, is cubing up our chicken. And I was going to cut it, but I hate cutting it. What I really need is somebody to find me on Amazon a really cool set of scissors that have handles big enough for my fat fingers to not feel like I'm cutting them off as I'm using them. Good
And I'm
grief.
just old school and use a knife. So
Yeah, my
Okay,
knife yet good enough for chicken as well as the scissors work. So
Yeah.
I'm going to side note on Amazon finds for the week. This week, I found the most hilarious steam diverter for an Instant Pot, and it looks like a minion, but its eyes divert the steam away from your countertop and your cabinet.
wait, it looks like a minion?
It looks like a minion. It's so
I
cute.
I love minions.
So do I.
Yeah, chicken in there.
Yes, most of my GIFs and GIFs, no matter how you want to say it, are minions for sure.
That's what I used to call our kids, little minions.
The minions.
Well, I had a nutrition club once where we served healthy smoothies and such, and I had minions. I was Gru.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay, here we go.
So we're just chopping this up and putting it right directly into the Instapot, kids, for those of you following along at home. I have a question about the microgreens, Mike. By the way,
Yes.
for those of you who need microgreens or popcorn, give Mike a holler. If you don't know how to get Mike, well, put a comment in the comments and we'll hook you up. When would you add? So I'm using frozen veggies, so they get added a little later. Do the microgreens get added after that or with those?
Towards the end, but you still could be in like the cooking process. You just don't want it, obviously, in the very beginning here. But yeah, towards the end.
Well, so with this, we cook it, we stir in the veggies and saute them for 5 to 6 minutes. That's when we'd put them in, or get 2 or 3 minutes into it and then put them?
After, right? Yeah, after the saute.
And for how long would you leave them in there?
Few minutes. I mean,
Okay, so saute and then, so without any heat?
yeah,
Use residual.
you can use the residual heat to be fine. Just to cook them in a little bit. You don't want to put them in something 400 degrees or anything like that.
Well, the saute function with all the food that's going to be in there is not going to be like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So afterwards, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
These?
Supposed to be 2 tablespoons.
So the microgreens that I have are a test. So if I die, you know who to yell at. That would be Mike and Jess.
If you die from freeze dried anything, that would be impressive.
So they sent me some freeze dried broccoli. And while I have frozen vegetables that go in there, I figured I'd try the microgreens in that. And then I want to try them on my salad as well. And why microgreens, Mike?
Because they're somewhere between 7 to 400 times more nutritional than their counterpart. So very little goes a long way. So you can get a lot of nutrient packed into it. You don't have to, like me, I've always had problems with texture issues. So broccoli was always an issue with me, but broccoli microgreens is not a texture issue. And I get 100 times more nutritional with the broccoli. And it's got all that anti-cancer fighting stuff and everything else. So definitely highly recommend everybody should be eating broccoli microgreens at the very minimum. Growing them yourself, something. Yeah, get broccoli microgreens. It will probably save your life at some point.
Okay, you heard it here first.
I like broccoli, but I'm still willing to try something that gives me more nutrition in each bite. So
Yes.
we'll have both in ours.
I am with Mike. Broccoli sometimes gives me texture issues. Not always, but I also don't like that the little pieces of broccoli get into my teeth, and then I'm eating broccoli for the next 5 hours because even a good floss doesn't get it all.
Yeah, well, everything gets in my teeth. So broccoli is really the least of my worries. It's chicken and everything else that causes me issues, and I'm going to still eat it. So, plus I like broccoli, and I'm finding that I really like cauliflower in my salads, which I didn't really used to do a lot of. Ugh, chicken fingers, ick.
You can also grow cauliflower or microgreens too.
Really?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Okay. I actually like the texture of them in my salads.
Yeah.
But my salads are different than most people's. Someday I'll show you guys my salad. they're pretty they're pretty extravagant actually. All right, so I got my chicken in. Only took forever. And now I need soy sauce. It says a third of a cup, and I know this thing takes one frickin' ever,
Two of these.
but we'll do it.
Anybody talking in the chat? I see something in there.
Well, if there's something for me, somebody ought to tell me because I can't see it and get to it from here. Oh, and we didn't say hi to Marianne, or at least I didn't. Hi,
No,
Marianne.
and it was just me writing though.
What were you writing?
I was just writing that we always eat green and white trees with our dinner because my kids call cauliflower and broccoli trees.
Nice.
Tablespoons of honey will go in after the pineapple juice because if I do it with the pineapple or with the honey first, we won't be able to tell how much pineapple juice we're getting. You know, I don't think I've ever. Oh, she got pineapple chunks, so I'm just taking the juice from the chunks. I'm like, that's a big old thing of pineapple juice for 2 tablespoons.
That's what I did, Rick. I couldn't find just pineapple juice today. So we got pineapple slices.
Well, if she would have told me she couldn't find it, I would have gone to a bar somewhere and found
Yeah.
it.
Good reason to go, right?
That's you don't need to give me too much of an excuse, actually. Let's put in the sesame oil, which is also 1 tablespoon, before we gunk up our tablespoon thingy.
This starts to sound like that pizza pineapple argument, but I was planning on putting my pineapple into my chicken teriyaki.
Well, I'm planning on putting the pineapples on top of it at the end.
Are you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd probably be really good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So I did the sesame seed oil. What else we got here? We got, I guess, the honey. Does that go in now?
Cool.
Yep, honey. All right. So 2 tablespoons of honey. This could take a while.
Yeah. The honey kind of, takes its time.
It does, doesn't it? Now, I am trying to stay away from a lot of added sugar, but I figured 2 tablespoons of honey in a recipe is not going to kill me, and nobody's going to eat perfectly, and it's probably pretty important for the taste, so I'm going to put it in.
Yes. Need the honey.
Because I don't think to be healthy, you don't really have to be totally despotic. You have to be more balanced towards eating things that are going to help you than things that are not going to help you. But that doesn't mean that you can't have honey sometimes, and you can't have pizza, and you can't have burgers, and you can't have ice cream. It's being measured about it, right? It's not every day that I'm adding stuff like this into my food, so it's okay. And it's probably not enough with all the good stuff that's in there, the vegetables and the fiber and the protein and the fat that's in there. It's not enough that it's going to cause my blood sugars to spike, which is my biggest concern right now, is to make sure that I'm not spiking my blood sugars, because that's really, for most of us, that's the number one thing to avoid for better health as a starting point, which is why in Simple Health, our Simple Health and our Simply Healthy community, that is what we really focus on, is keeping our blood sugars from spiking before we start worrying about calorie counts and all that other stuff, because that will make such a big difference for you. So, hence, I'm not concerned about the honey or the sugar that's probably added into that pineapple chunks, because, we can't just serve pineapple. We have to pollute it with other things these days. All right, so here we go. I've got cube chicken, soy sauce, honey, pineapple juice, sesame oil, garlic powder, stir to combine, seal it, and set it for 8 minutes. All right. I'm going to set it for 8 minutes, and then I'm going to, because I'm a malcontent, I'm going to do it and then stir it. Stir it all up, get that garlic mixed in there. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that actually smells really good. You guys notice that?
Yes, it does.
Hmm.
Ginger.
Now,
Jess wants to throw ginger in it.
say what?
She wants to throw some ginger in it.
Yes.
Yes?
That is a yes. Mm,
How
yes.
much? So if you have ginger paste, how much? Because I have some left over from last week.
She says a tablespoon.
A tablespoon. Okay,
Yes.
so that looks like about this much.
Perfect measurement. Do we have any?
Measure with your heart.
Yeah. And you know, when I first started this, there's no way in hell I would have ever done that.
Hmm?
Because I was very insecure in my ability to cook since I've never,
And I,
I'm in my 60s. I'm about to be a Beatles song, and I was never much of a cook. So I was always very nervous that I was going to screw it up. And so I would not measure, Faith would say, with my heart. I would measure with the measuring things. And now I'm getting a little more comfortable finally.
right?
All right, put the lid on. That's not a Beatles song.
Yes, it is.
It's not the Beatles song that I'm referring to.
I know, but it's the one that reminded me of you.
But what's the Beatles song that I'm referring to?
I don't know. I don't know.
When I'm 63
Oh,
or
good.
64.
Marianne, I love you. You're no longer the mean Marianne because I'm actually going to be 64 and you took a year off.
Yeah,
You took a year
I'm
off.
63. Yeah. So I'm
Nice.
no longer a
Nope,
meanie, but then I
No
can
longer a
just
meanie. You're nice
then
now.
I
I love you
just want
now.
to say something that Mike mentioned before, something about time. I don't know if it's
Careful.
something Faith caught on.
If we're going to start time jokes, you're going to go back to being mean.
Yeah. But now we found out this is a fluid transition thing, so it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a very simple recipe, guys. And I think I actually could have done a double batch.
These don't go in.
There's so little stuff in there. I think I could do a double batch without coming close to. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to stop it
I'm doing a double batch, by the way. And it's
in the
good.
Instant Pot. Yeah, I'm going to do that too. Although I don't know if I have enough pineapple juice, but hey, whatever. Gotta get some more measuring.
We're about to lose Rick to going to a bar. You know, if you throw in some of the pineapples in there, it will act as pineapple juice.
There you go. This
Yeah.
is what we do here, folks. If you're watching for the first time, we do whatever the hell we want, and we make it work.
And it's still
This
edible.
is like Bob Ross paintings. Happy accidents, right?
Happy
find out what it
accident. Yes.
You cook your way. You paint your way.
Yes.
You have a guideline, and you go from there.
Yes.
All right, get that.
I was never good as a kid calling her with inside the lines anyway, so
There we go.
No, I was
That
not with
explains
that.
so much.
All right. Soy sauce was a third cup, right? Oh, I still have it here. Good. I didn't throw it in the.
yes.
Of course, that means I gotta get chicken fingers again. But now I only had to do it once.
Yes. And you have around eight to 10 meals done.
Girl, I like your face.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the amount that this does. I think it's really, and I've never made chicken teriyaki before, so I'm kind of excited to have my first attempt here.
Like, I've made a lot of chicken teriyaki in my days.
Oh, but we're freezing. I could actually go a double batch.
Yeah, freezing. All right, so I always have to watch. I don't know about you guys, but I tend to miss things or add too much of it. Da-da-da. So I just
But what
need,
about this time?
Why does it still say pre?
you know, some people Oh,
You
I've
know,
got
Rick, it's too easy to get your goat.
I have
This
I have
time.
plenty of pineapple juice. I can add the pineapples afterwards.
There we
All right,
go.
now I just need honey. How much honey?
Has to
A
happen
tablespoon.
sometime.
Always time.
Always enough time.
All right, we would like to tell you all about our school community now. It's a wonderful place, and we need new people to replace the people I'm about to kick out.
You can't do
So
that.
In due
if
time, he
you
will do this.
if you're watching this on our fabulous YouTube channel, where we need a few more subscribers so that we can live stream. Although actually, I think I can do it now.
You can. Oh, yeah. You'll be
Yeah,
able to.
they said we needed 100. I really want to have at least 50, and we're getting really close. So if you'd be so kind, if you're watching this, to hit the subscribe button, and then bring your friends over and hog tie them if necessary, but get them to do it as well. We would appreciate it,
Deliverance.
Do whatever's necessary.
whatever it takes.
No
That's
hog
right.
tying. No hog tying.
Oh no, you can hog tie. You can do whatever it takes.
This is not the way.
Marianne gives you permission. Just remember, if anybody gets in trouble, she's the one that said it was okay. But if you join the school community, you can actually get on with us live and cook and have all this fun directed at you or from you. You also get to come and join us for our co-prepping sessions, right, Marianne?
Yep, absolutely. And that's the best part of the week.
Yeah, explain to everybody, Marianne, since you're not cutting up icky chicken right now. Explain to everybody why because I know you like that part. So you explain to them why that's such a cool thing.
Well, for one, it is a lot of cut up vegetables in containers that we just put straight on our table when we eat. And my 5-year-old son, he's just eating cabbage straight from one of the containers. And you wouldn't think a 5-year-old would do that, but he is. So I'm very impressed, but also it's just a way of getting your vegetables done for the week and making that your cooking that much easier. So setting yourself up for success and not having to go and do the easy way out, so like the easy takeaways and everything like that, because you have everything ready when you come home.
Right. So another main benefit is that you don't throw away as much rotten food when it comes to produce, because if it's cut up, you're more likely to eat it. Whereas if you get hungry all of a sudden and you're like, oh, I'll eat some cucumbers, but they're not ready, or tomatoes, or cauliflower, or broccoli, or whatever, radishes, whatever your favorite veggies are, if they're cut up, you can make a salad, or you'll make them and eat them. Whereas it's just like hard-boiled eggs. If you have them already cooked and shelled, you're much more likely to eat them. Whereas when I have vegetables that are not in containers that I can see, like I use glass containers purposely, because if I can see them and they're already ready to go, I will eat them. If I have to prep them when I'm hungry or in a hurry, that isn't going to happen. So the amount of rotten produce that I used to throw out has been cut down to almost nothing. Yeah, it still happens occasionally, but not nearly as much as it used to. Especially since I'm a big salad guy now. But my salads are my salads are very intense. So
My salads are quick and easy.
you're what?
My salads are quick and easy.
Yeah. You and the microgreens announcements.
Got to get it in whenever I can.
So the way you get to participate in all this fun stuff, and if you'd like, participate in Marianne's walking group, and if you'd like, participate in Mike's microgreens group, is you go to school.com/meal prep, and then you let me know which ones you want to be in besides meal prep, and I will send you a beautiful little code that will get you into them. Then you can be part of our communities. So
Enjoying meal prep because it's saving me so much time through the week, being very busy and being able to do this on Sunday and have meals ready to go for lunch or dinner right away. It's so much more beneficial doing it this way.
yeah, if I wasn't doing it every week, I used to do my meal prep one Sunday a month.
Hmm.
Because when you know the basics of meal prep, you can do that, and you can get 4 or 5 different things done in just a few hours. But because we're doing it every week, my freezer would overflow if I did that, especially when I do double batches, right? As
Yeah.
a matter of fact, my freezer is a little overflowing because of all the stuff I had before we really got started with this. So, if you're doing double or even triple batches of things that you like chicken, chili, Faith.
White chicken chili is a triple batch.
Yeah, and for us, it's stuffed pepper soup is as many batches as we can get our hands on. Um, you can do this. You don't have to do it every week, but you can, and it does save a ton of time, and it saves you a ton of money. Wait till I tell you how much this costs if you go out to eat versus how much it costs to do it with us. You're going to be amazed. We've had some pretty eye-opening discoveries. You're going to save
Okay,
a ton of money doing this.
We should all guess. Can we take guesses?
right. We should take guesses. And I would also say, oh, poop, that's two. I would also say that I want to check the difference between a Chinese restaurant and a teppanyaki grill where they make it in front of you and see the difference in the prices of those two options. Let me tell you, I love teppanyaki. Am I muted? Is
I
this thing
don't
on?
know what that is, so I will have to let you check that out.
That is a Japanese grill that you sit like 12 to 16 people around a griddle that's open, a large,
So
like
like
a
a
large
hibachi grill?
table, a hibachi
Okay.
grill.
Oh, hibachi, that word I've heard of. The other one I hadn't heard of.
Sorry. They say both down here in Texas land. A
We're
hibachi
Midwest
grill, yes.
folks.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, and look, in our break now, while we're waiting for things to happen, I get to eat pineapple.
You're just helping to get rid of the product that you opened, You're doing your part.
Doing my part. That's going to taste good on my salad too.
Love pineapple, so yes.
All right, for those of you that don't want to do rewind and you want to hear that again, that URL, it's school.com/meal prep.
Okay, how
You
do
can do that
I?
all caps. You can do it all lowercase, or you can combine however you would like. But it's just school.com/meal prep and learn all about our fabulous communities.
Yep.
And then let me know, and I'll get you access into Marianne's walking group, the microgreens channel, or other things that you might want to, you might have an interest in, because there's thousands and thousands of communities in school, and they're all there to help you with the things you're interested in, the things you're trying to learn. It's a great place to go. So, all right, let me pull up real quick the numbers. Cannot minimize Zoom while you're recording. All right, well, let me make it smaller. There we go. Which I thought was minimizing. All right, move you out of the way. Okay. You guys ready to take your guesses as to how much it costs? And by the way, you'll be guessing today for Houston or Springfield or Kalamazoo or Denmark. Just happens to be the locations of everybody who's on the channel. I also had Oklahoma, but since Jen is not here, I'm not going to tell you what those are. It's just the way we roll. All right.
Well, for here, I would think.
Hold on. I can't, I gotta have, okay, here we go. You're gonna say for Springfield?
For Springfield, yeah.
All right. So what do you think it costs for you, and then what it costs to go out to eat?
So a single batch is what we'd be guessing on, right?
Yeah, you can do a single batch per serving. Oh, per serving, or do you want to do for the batch?
We can do per serving if we want. Yeah.
All right, let's go per serving. What do you think the estimated cost in Springfield, Illinois is?
So we've got to break it down. I would. Oh no, per serving. Go out to eat.
Oh, to out to eat or
That's,
this?
no, out to eat. So I would say probably about $15.
Okay, what about Houston?
It is easily to go to a hibachi grill, which is where I would choose to go, for teriyaki chicken. Uh, I would say that it is $25 to $40 per person.
Okay, what about
But
Denmark?
Houston, we have a problem. You didn't, what's it called? Change
Oh,
the
you're right. I
pounds and
didn't. All right.
everything.
So don't tell me. So you can tell me. Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I did actually. I think I have it in
Not in the one.
DKK. Hold on. Hold on. Let me look. Hmm. No, it only gave me in Kronas. No, it gave me both. All right. So how many Kronas do you think it would be to make it?
That's
oh,
why
to it,
I kind of have a problem with it because it's not converted into my measurements. So it's not
uh,
as easy like pounds and in
Yeah.
kilos and yeah,
All right.
grams.
Okay.
sorry. And can we back up? You said to make it. That's what we were doing first.
No, you guys did the restaurant first, so let's go back to make it now.
Okay.
So
All
to
right.
make it, it's probably $4.
Okay. What about you, Faith?
To make it, uh I spent 20-ish dollars
Divided
for
by 5.
uh $4.
Okay. Chat said the cost would be for Houston is the baseline for America, which would be 1350 for the entire batch or about 262. So yours was actually a little more expensive. In Springfield, about the same because they're just about as expensive as Houston. In Kalamazoo, 239 per serving. And in Denmark, approximately 12.2% lower than the United States, so approximately 230 per serving, but that's in the US. Going out to eat, a similar serving in a single meal at a restaurant or a pre-made option would be $8 to $15. And in Denmark, restaurant prices are 21.8% higher, so 976 to 1827. So any way you look at it, it's a heck of a lot more expensive to go out to eat than it is to do this. You can get the whole thing for less. You can make this whole batch of 5 meals for less than you would spend going out to eat for one. That's pretty amazing how much money we're saving by doing meal prep, along with the fact that we're also making sure that the ingredients we're getting are good ingredients, right? We can make sure that the things we're adding are things we want to put in our foods. And we can make sure that the things we're eating are things that we like, right? Faith doesn't want quinoa in hers. Mike doesn't want onions in his. You don't have to worry about all that. So healthier, you're happier because it's the way you want it, cheaper, and saves a lot of time. And one of the main time savers is because you're getting 4 to 5 meals out of this, or in our case, we're getting 8 to 10 meals out of this. That's 4 to 5 days. I don't have to cook. I just have to pull it out, warm it up, and eat it.
And how
So
much time is it taking for 4 to 5 meals?
really, you're making time jokes again?
No, I'm being serious. How much
Okay.
time
All
are
right.
we
The
at right
total,
now to put it in the Instant Pot?
yeah. So the prep time was 10 minutes, and I would say it was right at or maybe a little less because all you had to do was chop the chicken. 8 minutes cooking time plus the sauteing. So total time is about 25 minutes
What sauteing?
with sauteing. Yeah.
What sauteing?
The last step, we put the as soon as it's done, you do a quick release. Then you saute the stir-fried vegetables with everything together for 5 to 8 minutes until the veggies are tender.
And in that last
Oh.
2 to 3 minutes, you add in your microgreens.
Correct. If you're cool. If you're not cool, you don't have any microgreens.
Okay, so I wasn't supposed to add the veggies before I pressure cook.
No. Did it already come to steam?
No, I haven't even put the lid on yet.
Can you get the veggies out?
I'm about to dig some veggies out.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Good luck.
Just don't eat any of them because they have raw chicken all over them.
Yeah.
Yes, understood.
Okay,
I
a
don't.
little extra mushy.
No.
And that's really all that would happen is they're going to be extra mushy if you don't get them all out.
No, we are not going to be extra mushy.
And this, folks, is usually the Rick part of our show where Rick doesn't read the recipe and does something like this. Hence all the
Rick is
time
very nice.
jokes.
He gives you the recipe and you can print it out every week so you can follow it and keep it. So
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get a printer again because my Epson, if you know how to fix an Epson inkjet printer with clogged inkjets, you hook up on the comments and let me know what the magic is to get it to unclog. Okay?
I know somebody who could probably do that for you.
I thought when it needed ink or it stopped working, you threw it away and got a new one.
That's only in Denmark.
Only in Denmark. There we go.
They're getting so inexpensive that the ink is more expensive than replacing the printer.
Yeah.
That is probably true.
It's ridiculous.
Jess will
Okay.
get a hold of you, Faith, and let you know how to go about that printer issue.
Yes, please. Yes, please. DM support and I will send a tip. Because.
All right, mine is up to pressure. Where's yours at, Mike?
Oh, it went off, so it's counting up right now. So I guess I need to vent this.
Okay.
Yeah, use a spoon, Mike.
Oh, that's it.
Okay, for those of you watching at home, please, that was our demonstration by a
Rookie.
I can't say
What
idiot.
not
I can't
to
say
do.
moron. I can't say any of those words because my publicist says I have to be nice.
Somebody who's worked in restaurants and has been burnt many times.
Yes, so please do not try this at home. It is not the best move to make. Use a spoon and then vent that away from your cabinets or whatever, definitely away from your face. And don't get your fingers in the damn steam.
You can get
Yeah,
the
don't put your
minion
face up
off
there.
of
That'd be bad.
Amazon.
Okay, that's good enough.
So Daredevil Mike we will turn his camera off when he's opening up his venting.
Too late.
Okay, so there's no extra liquid in here.
Extra what?
Okay, is that enough liquid?
Yep.
Okay.
Because my guess is, ask Mike, I believe it turns into more of a glaze type when his is opened.
You're ready to.
Okay. Well, here goes everything.
I'll let you know once it gets done here.
And remember, you've got a third of a cup. Did you do a double batch? Well, even on a single batch, you got a third of a cup of soy sauce. You've got two, three. You've got close to a half a cup of liquid in there. That'll be
A lot
fine.
of liquid.
Yes, but our regular recipes, I'm so used to having so much.
Yeah, because we do a lot of soups in the Instant Pot. Yes.
So looking at this, it looks like it's about to burn, notice.
Oh no.
Mike's
That's a lot
Okay,
of liquid
and
to
then I
cook.
quick release.
Yeah, and then you add the vegetables and put it on saute.
Oh gosh. Okay. My lid is on and we're running. We're going now. I'm making up for last week when I was way ahead of you, clearly.
It was a one-off.
Clearly a one-off.
It's starting to smell good.
Oh, it definitely smells good.
Ooh, that's starting to smell really good. Kathy's in the bedroom. I have a feeling this is going to draw her out very quickly.
Did she eat all the popcorn?
I don't see it anywhere, so I have a feeling that I may not get to test out the popcorn. She's mean like that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
Why I like Kathy so much.
I won't show you my popcorn bag bin that I make up myself for the week.
Oh boy.
So it's pretty big.
I spilled raw chicken juice on my recipe. Do I have to throw it away and reprint?
Yes.
Damn it.
It's salmonella now.
Damn it. All right, so I'm going to pick it up without touching the chicken grease or chicken goop. But for those of you who are concerned about calories and macros, I will give you those right now as well. So a serving, and this makes 4 to 5 servings. So it really depends on how much rice you're using and everything else. A serving is 417 calories, 45 grams of protein, which means this is a really good recipe if you're concerned about the most important nutrient or macro that we get, which is our protein. 8 grams of fat, 30 grams of carbs, and here's the one that's a little light, is only 1 gram of fiber. But if you're getting your fiber in your other meals and or snack, that's great. If not, then you want to look to add some more things, right? Yeah, so this is a really good lunch or dinner with the macros. You can store it in your fridge up to 4 days, freeze up to 3 months. To reheat, just put it in the microwave on high for 2 to 3 minutes, stirring it halfway through. And this is going to make a really good thing. And you can serve it, you can freeze it with your rice or your pasta or whatever you're doing. Or if you prefer fresh, you can make it that day when you're going to bring it out and do it that way. So I know Mike is cooking rice, correct?
Oh yeah, we already cooked the rice ahead of time. So
Okay, what about you, Faith? Were you already cooking your rice as well?
No, I gave up so that I could keep up.
And I'm going to do mine later because I'm not planning on eating this right now. And I want it. So tomorrow when we do the meal prep or the co-prepping, I'm going to try that higher protein pasta because I love pasta, but I eat too much of it. So I'm hoping this will give me a better option. Did you guys just see that spatula appear out of nowhere, out of thin
out of
air?
nowhere. I can summon things. You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
So,
Harry Potter right there in the kitchen in my upper right hand of the Zoom screen.
Looks good. Smells good.
It does smell good. I've got 2 more minutes before mine is ready.
Nice and brownish. You know, it looks like teriyaki. So that's good.
teriyaki. Does it smell like
And
teriyaki?
how's the liquid in there to put Faith's
Oh,
nerves
there's
at
plenty
rest?
of liquid. Probably plenty.
All
Thank
right.
you for that.
While I readjust our technical devices over here, Marianne, do you want to talk about your walking group and tell people what that's all about? And then when you're done, Mike can tell you more about his microgreen communities.
How do I want to do this?
Marianne?
Bro, you're putting me on the spot. But yeah.
Yeah, live from Denmark, ladies and gentlemen. Marianne,
Live from
formerly
Denmark,
Mean
yes.
Marianne, now Nice Marianne Jensen.
Okay, so
Go ahead. What's the
Thank
walking?
you, Rick. So for my walking community, it's a place on school where we can meet up and walk together or walk, like do lives or just watch the lives and walk together like that. But just hold each other accountable for getting our steps in and getting some movement in throughout our days and actually getting those health benefits as well. Like minimizing brain fog and getting rid of fatigue and yeah, if you're battling anxiety and depression or something like that, it's really good to get out walking and get that fresh air and just clearing your mind. And you can do that through mindful walks, walk and talks, or however however the way you want to walk, actually. So we can tailor it for you, but you have to do the walking step by step.
Our simple health community is focused on helping people who want to lose weight, and walking is a major part of that. And in the simple health group, we do not do that. We don't, I mean, we tell people to do their steps, but we don't do that component where we're doing it together or doing the accountability on that, aside from people posting. So Marianne's walking group is really good for assisting with that. All right, Mike, go ahead. Tell us about the microgreen suite of communities.
Well, I have two communities, microgreens right now. It's Microgreens for Profits is one. Obviously, just school.com/microgreens for profit. That is a free group. A lot of information in there. Great community of people that are actually doing this. Most of them are doing this for business. I would say probably triple digits of doing it business. We're almost 300 members strong in that one right now. So it's a growing community. You get direct contact with a lot of growers that I've taught and myself. I'm in there as well, along with my wife. And again, completely free. Get in there, see if you're wanting to take this to the next level. There's some great information in there. If you get on a call, I will release a budget and pricing sheet so you know if you're making money with this. Obviously, you want to make money doing a business, so or even just growing them for yourself and finding out what the cost is. Like if you're growing them yourself, you're gonna save money, right? So same concept there. And then we have a microgreen business coaching group as well. And again, that is this school.com/microgreens. Very simple. Right now, that is $60 a month or $500 a year. And that's where we go in depth and we do grow alongs. So we teach you in depth on how to grow microgreens, get on calls, and go over all the little nitty gritty stuff and everything like that. We do weekly call. We do 2 weekly calls, Q and A's every week, and then we do an annual meeting every month, and we do a annual marketing meeting every month. So there's a lot, huh? For annual members. Annual members. When I say annual, that's monthly meetings and for our annual members. And so yeah, a lot of great information in there, and help people go to the next level and grow their business. We have a couple people that are getting ready to go full time with their business off of our coaching. So
Okay.
come join us.
Now, would it also be useful for somebody who just wants to learn how to do it for themselves?
That would probably be the Microgreens for Profit group. Yes, that would be where you'd want to be at.
All right, Faith.
Definitely got a lot.
Go ahead. Go
I said we
ahead.
got a lot of people in there that are doing that. They're just growing for themselves, and then, eventually you get the bug and you just do it as a business because you find out that some other people want it. So
Okay, so Faith, just to put your mind at ease, yes, there's plenty and more liquid than is necessary.
yes.
I was kind of surprised that there was that much. So when would you guys put the pineapple in? When I put the microgreens in?
What's that?
When would you put the pineapple in if I'm going to put chunks? Would you put that in when I put the microgreens in?
Yeah.
And how much of the microgreens would you put? I have 20 grams, sir.
As much as you like. There's never too many.
20 grams dehydrated is about.
Well, that doesn't help me much.
So that freeze-dried microgreens that you have, that's about 20 ounces in like if you did it full size, like fresh, not freeze-dried. So
Okay.
a little bit goes a long way in nutrition on that point. So like 1 ounce of broccoli microgreens is equivalent to like 1.5 pounds of full-size broccoli. So your freeze-dried, cut that in 1 gram would be that.
What is 1 gram? A tablespoon?
Yeah. Teaspoon.
So if I just throw some in, it'll be okay.
Yes. Just sprinkle it on top. Does it smell good?
Mm-hmm. It does, actually.
Rick is our first experiment of shipping freeze-dried microgreens over to him. So thank you for taking on that experiment.
If I don't survive, you know who to blame now, and it's on
Yep.
YouTube. Well, it will be if I survive long enough to upload it.
Well, hopefully, if you don't survive long enough, then it won't be up. We won't have to worry about it. I only have to take care of a couple other people.
Wait, you said I was the first. Now there's other people?
Well, no, there's other people on here that I would have to eliminate because they would know I would have killed you.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Took me a minute there. All right.
I mean,
I'm
the
with
trip to Denmark's going to be expensive, but whatever.
We would make it work though.
Denmark is one of the places I will travel to when I retire and fly across the world.
Let us know.
Definitely.
I found the popcorn, so she did not eat it all.
So, all right. What should I add? Micrograins to it?
I put the icky chicken
So,
scraps for the
I
dog
have
here.
2 more minutes. So I'm going to vent this and add the microgreens in.
Vent it. Why do you need to vent
The
it?
foodie's a little different. I have to use this lid to saute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no lid for the Instapot when you're sauteing.
The foodie's a little weird.
All right, so I guess I have to throw away my recipe because it has chicken slop on it. So when you serve this, it suggests that you serve it over jasmine rice or cauliflower rice, pasta if you wish, topped with sesame seeds, green onions, or a drizzle of extra sauce if so desired. So I don't have sesame seeds, but I do have green onions at all times. So I'll do that when I do mine.
Huh?
And now we will throw them away. Thank you for serving us a little recipe. But you're dead to me now. All right.
You're dead to me.
Clean up my counter from the chicken goop.
I hate venting. Takes forever. I don't know why I needed to saute it like that. But...
We're learning.
Huh?
We're learning.
Hmm.
There's like a top on it. That's what I don't understand why you want to add it in.
What did I tell you? The smell was going to get Kathy out of the bedroom. Here she comes.
Just in time.
Just as soon as it's amazing how just when the food is ready to eat, she comes popping out.
I'm gonna grab bowls. Couple bowls. To make up a dish. Because I'm gonna eat some of this right now. I don't cook to eat it later. I gotta eat some of it now.
Yeah, I've got 2 bowls out so that we can try it too. I'm giving it a little more time. Well, that's disgusting. I've gotta give it just a little bit more time. Then I gotta put my microgreens on it. All right, big broccoli, time for you to meet your little brothers and sisters, the micro broccolis. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons.
Oh,
And some pineapples.
just one bowl.
A bunch of pineapples. A quick stir. Well, those microgreens are going to disappear in there pretty fast. Nobody's going to know they're there.
Yeah, they will, but they're there.
It's like sneaky Flintstone vitamins.
Yes.
So
These are
when-
things you can hide in if your kids are picky. You can put it in, pasta dishes and wilt it in there, and they can't take it out.
yeah, it just looks like there's some oregano in there because they've all kind of. All right, off with the saute. I'm going to grab the girlfriend. Great, try it. Plus, my name Mikey for the.
Ooh,
Hot
yeah.
dog.
Now it's looking good.
All right.
All right, gonna throw these big bowl of broccoli of all these microgreens in there now. Boop.
Sounds good.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the food is ready. Guess who just appeared?
I just want to taste them, okay?
And there's microgreens in this.
Ooh,
Let me make sure you got a pineapple piece or
yay.
two.
Thank
There you
you.
go. No rice because I'm trying to pasta tomorrow.
Stirring it up a little bit with all these microgreens in there just to get them in there. And then I think it's good to go at this point. So
What do you think?
I think it's very good.
Okay.
Give it a thumbs up.
get some
And
rice down there.
the popcorn people are right there.
How was the
Yay.
popcorn?
You know, I haven't tried it yet, but thank
Oh.
you. It's one of my favorite snacks.
Mine too.
You want to? I don't know. I've given Mike a lot of advertisements today. And look there's Jess's arm. That's all I'm getting. Should we give him another advertisement and try the popcorn?
Sure,
Grab the regular or the cheddar?
you pick.
Cheddar, for sure. All right. Here we go. I gotta sit down now.
You sit down.
Okay, we are beeping. We are,
That much.
we are about to blow up.
Awesome. We haven't had an explosion yet on the cooking show.
Okay, here we go. Here it comes.
All right, there's my bowl.
There you go.
I gotta throw
There's
some pineapples on it though.
there's mine with no rice. Not nearly as many microgreens. But I guess when you grow them, you can have more of them.
Yeah. And some pineapple.
Yeah. This label is like steel.
Yeah, safety.
Need some help?
Yeah, I need scissors in the drawer. No, I'm serious. You can't break that with your fingers.
You have to feel it open
Okay, time to try. Let Marianne know if it's good.
down the bottom left. Well, you gotta undo the thing.
Should I put the rice in a separate one?
Question:
Yeah, you need.
Would it be maybe a possibility to substitute the teriyaki for soy? Maybe,
To do substitute what?
or for the teriyaki sauce for soy sauce instead.
This had soy sauce in it. There was no teriyaki sauce. It was all the ingredients to make it.
Why is it then called teriyaki?
This is what
I don't get it.
Well, evidently teriyaki is a combination of soy, sesame, honey, etc.
Yes.
Yeah, then I
So
learned
we
something
made
new
it making it that way rather than buying something that I don't know, might have made it easier, I guess.
Bit more
It's just
expensive.
I had a flashback to once upon a time when I visited Thailand. I got some soy chicken, and that was really good. So I was just thinking that could be a nice, differentiation of that.
Okay. I see.
I really like that. Oh, we added ginger to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, the ginger.
I love ginger.
I'm putting away and I'm not eating yet. I haven't even tasted it yet.
Oh man, it smells amazing. Okay, I'm on the saute business. Okay, cancel. Saute, saute, shante, saute. So let's wash our hands.
All right, Mike, I like the white cheddar. All right, so what makes your popcorn healthier than other popcorn?
It's made with real cheese. If you look at the ingredients on that bag, there's very few ingredients, and it's just a real cheese powder.
It's organic.
And it's organic, but
I'd love to look at the ingredients, but I can't read things that small.
so it's
Can
got
you?
popcorn,
You
salt,
will not like that, honey.
cheese, coconut oil.
You're gonna have to believe in folks because I can't read. They make this so small so that nobody can check what they're feeding us.
So all
But
of
it is really good. I like it.
is popcorn, coconut oil, salt, real powdered cheddar or white cheddar cheese. So organic cheddar cheese. Technically, the coconut oil is organic. Also, the popcorn is not organic but non-GMO. And it's literally that simple. There are no preservatives, no additives, no colors, nothing artificial.
Do you want to tell pricing?
Sure. We
How
sell it
big? How big is this bag?
3.5 ounces.
3.5 what?
Ounces.
Popcorn must be very light because that's a pretty good sized bag.
Yeah. Popcorn is very light. We don't put a bunch of seeds in it. We
It
make
was
sure we
to
get all that
me.
stuff
It came to me.
You wanted to look at the bag.
I don't have a
3.5
fork,
ounces.
but you
So
have
how
a
much
spoon?
was it? How much was it, Mike?
Retail, we sell it at $5 a bag.
And we have white cheddar and we have regular.
We have 7 varieties.
Hmm.
What are the other varieties?
Yeah, no shit. What's with the secrets, Mike?
Oh, ooh.
Oh my, but I'll still talk.
So we have vegan, which is just nutritional yeast. We have taco. Let's talk about it.
Say that again.
Let's talk about it. Taco about it. It's a
I like
taco.
it.
But
Taco
what's
popcorn.
Taco.
It's
What-
good.
what is that? I don't even get it. There's no hamburger in this.
Taco seasonings, my dear.
It's
Oh.
seasoning. It tastes like a taco, trust me.
Okay.
Then of course we have white cheddar, we have sweet maple, and butter.
And what?
Butter.
Okay.
There's the taco about it.
Where's the caramel corn?
We don't do that.
We use maple because maple sugar is lower on the glycemic index than regular sugar. So we use just a hint.
I cannot hear what she's saying. She needs to come
I know.
closer.
Red.
Get a mic on.
Mike. Have you, Mike? I said we use sweet maple because maple sugar is lower on the glycemic index than regular sugar. So we just use a little bit of freeze-dried maple sugar. Maple syrup is in a powder form. And that way we can just add a little sweet to the popcorn without adding too much sugar to it.
Okay.
So for you, Rick, it's a sweet option.
I like it.
And then you can show that.
Yeah.
Here's our done product. And that's got
Mhm.
leeks on top of it, micro leeks.
Very nice.
Now, this what happens with my food all the time, guys. Once we get done with it, she has to take pictures of it. So I get it usually 5 minutes after it's done.
It's still semi-warm.
That's probably a good idea, Faith, for us to start taking pictures of it.
You can use it as a thumbnail on your videos on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so anybody that takes pictures and sends them, we'll use your pictures where we can. All right. We're going to wait for Faith's to be done, see how hers turns out.
Mine is currently on the saute session. I did not put pineapple bits in there.
I did, and I really like that. That was a great idea, guys.
Yes, pineapple's awesome.
And I bought water chestnuts to put in there, and I did not put them in there.
Our vegetable mix was a stir fry and it has water chestnuts. I just munched down on one.
I got California mix, so it has carrots and broccoli and cauliflower, is what my mix was.
Yeah, so you could really empty your fridge of any vegetables that you have that you wanted to use in this, making this even more versatile and saving people who, I can't eat the same thing all the time. So you just change out some of the ingredients and boom, you're good.
Okay. Gave that a good stir. And we're waiting again.
So I'm really happy I made a double batch because I don't think it's going to be a double batch, but I will eat more of this than what I probably should.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it will go pretty fast here too.
Should have even invented.
Although I may have put more chicken than it called for, as usual, because it was very chickeny. I would have probably added some more vegetables to my next one
No problem with more chicken
and more popcorn.
and more popcorn. Yes.
So I have a question, Michael.
Yes,
If somebody wanted to do a fundraiser selling popcorn, that's something we could work out.
for sure. Because
You have the production.
you know what I
Yeah.
say when people ask questions? Yes, and then I figure out the how.
Okay. Can I get it for 50 cents a bag?
Um, well, I say yes to almost all questions.
I was just going with the flow there, Mike.
I get it. I get it. I would have done the same thing. So
Figure out how.
I would have probably done the same thing.
I'm doing a Kathy. I'm eating all of the popcorn.
Yeah, there's your 50-cent size popcorn bag. I'll put it in there and give it to you for 50 cents.
Mm-mm. Is that just the kernels?
No, that's actually wheatgrass powder. Which I also highly recommend people do. But
Okay. We're just waiting on the sauteing to be done.
you sesame seeds.
How long does it say? Add vegetables and saute, saute,
6 to 8 minutes until the vegetables are tender.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so one more good stir and I should be okay. Because the veggies weren't, the chicken is really heavy and it tends to sit down in that sauce. So even as I was turning it, trying to get the chicken up to get the veggies down, the carrots keep on landing on the top. Get in there.
Get in there.
Get in there. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I think I might actually be okay. I'm not hitting. Okay, let's just give it a second while I get a bowl.
Okay.
Because it is still in the on mode. On mode.
I lost my flame yesterday.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
What kind of a cook doesn't have a flame?
You know,
Well,
Is it the bowling tournament? I was so tired when we got done. Came home, sat down in a chair, fell asleep. Yep,
wow.
there you go.
I lost mine in July back in September. September of last year.
My
I
my
lost
second
mine.
time.
Yeah. I
Then
lost mine a week after, 2 days after I got it the first time, and no. I was afraid on Friday that I had lost it.
yeah, and then I woke up and went down to the lodge to do the meal we were cooking, do the 50-50. And then today I got the low alert, and I was like, oh crap, did I miss it yesterday? I did. I looked and I was like, flameless. For those of you who don't know, in school, if you do at least 10 activities, liking, posting, commenting, you're involved, you're engaged, which makes you a very good community member. You get a flame after 30 days of doing that. It takes very little time. But sometimes, if you're really old and incompetent, you forget, even though you have a notification that's sent to you that says, hey, low activity alert.
Life gets
It
busy.
really only helps when you get those emails.
Oh, I saw it.
I don't get them.
And I went, well, you have to have the app.
Yeah.
I
There
do.
was somebody who did an app thing for that.
Yeah, I had to leave his community last week.
Oh,
All
yeah, you
right,
can rejoin.
let's see what Faith
Oh,
thinks.
I can rejoin now.
You're
Oh,
what?
Mike, thanks. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go rejoin
Rejoin
and
what?
enjoy the community now that I have my 50 back, my more than 50.
I counted mine and I was refusing to let any of them go.
I
All right,
understand.
that's outside the scope of our cooking show here, kids.
Girl.
You see how it is,
I
folks.
was about to be really,
You
really,
start
really ornery.
you start hanging around with these people every day because you're part of a community, and whether you want to or not, you become friends, and the conversation can go any number of different ways that may or may not be edible and wholesome for the YouTube channel.
Okay. I didn't put any salt in here, but oh, you know what? My soy sauce is not reduced sodium, and
You'll
that
be
was a
fine.
lot of soy sauce. It's very salty.
Probably didn't
And
need to add
I
any salt in.
Yeah, I didn't add any salt. I added garlic powder, and I think next time I'm going to add actual garlic instead of the powder, just to make myself feel like it's healthier.
Okay.
But the
So
flavor,
so this is a 3 out of 3, or did Jess vote as well?
Good. Yeah. She's thumbs up.
And so 5 for 5 because we got to count Kathy. So that's a
five for
good
five.
that's a good result. I would make this again.
For sure.
And I think it's going to be really good and a little more filling when you're putting it over a starch like your rice or your pasta, etc.
I will be saving this recipe. I did not get chicken juice on it, so
Somebody just stole my
Oh,
popcorn.
speaking of saving recipes, that
Patio's coming over.
recipes in meal prep are generally, now it didn't get done this week, but it will be uploaded shortly. But we do make them printable so that you can print them off on a printer and make your make a little three ring binder as your own homemade cookbook
Yep. All right.
as we go along.
Final words, Marianne.
I can't wait to do this and try this out myself.
Final words, Faith.
Mm.
Okay. Anything else or just
Mm.
Okay. Mike. Or sorry, microgreens, Mike, since you want to get one last commercial in there.
Excellent. Yeah. This will definitely be on the list of cooking more of this. So, and eventually we'll be able to cook a whole bunch up in 1 week because we'll have all this, and my meals will be done based off all Rick's recipes for the week.
And I got to say, so far we've been really good in choosing the recipes because there's only been two things that one thing that I would never make again, and one that I made wrong that I would try again. The jollof rice was a cluster, if you understand that terminology. For me, everybody else's turned out well. Mine was not. And
No,
then
mine got burnt.
those who did it correctly loved it. Faith and I were not so amused.
Mm-mm.
And then there was one other that didn't, but all the rest of them have been really, really good. So here's the deal, kids. If there's something you would like us to try, hey, we are intrepid explorers to an extent. And feel free to send us a suggestion. You can write it in the comments, or you can come to school.com/meal prep and have even more votes because you're part of the community. All right. With that, another successful meal prep episode in the bag. We're going to go box these up into individual serving containers, pop some in the freezer, and be off. Well, I don't think Mike's going to pop his in the freezer. I think he's going to eat them.
Mine's in the refrigerator because they'll be gone by Wednesday.
Yeah. All right. With that, thanks for joining us. We need some healthier popcorn. Come to the community. We'll hook you up with Mike. All right. Night all. Yeah, we need a better exit line besides night all. So open to suggestions. But now I'm gonna oh wait, I was gonna kick everybody out. No, I'm gonna stop the recording. All right.
Yes, please.